started, okay? And also, some of your assignments, I don't have your homework assignments from Friday. You had all weekend long to get those done. Did we get them done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
pull them out because we're gonna work on those. We'll go with the answers, okay? We're not on summer just yet, all right? So stay on top of it. We still got things to learn. Here we go. I'm on page 283. Braden, I'm not sure if you were able to get to this assignment yet since you've been sick, so.
I actually looked. I was looking earlier on the classwork, and all I see is Fridays. I don't see Monday's assignment.
Yeah, I think I've taken those assignments and I've bumped them down into the tab that says previous assignments. So you'd have to go.
But oh yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I've already seen.
Okay.
I know, but I do not see Mondays. All I see is Fridays. I don't see Monday's assignment.
Well, there was an assignment from Thursday. It is Friday's assignment. That's what we're going over right now.
Oh, so there's no assignment for today?
Well, not yet. I put it up after the Zoom class.
Oh.
So I talked about it today. So what we're going over right now is page 283. You were supposed to do numbers 17 through 35, all of them. And we did a few of them in Zoom class on Friday morning. All right, so everybody pull that out. And give me a thumbs up when you're ready. All right, go. Let's do number 20. Blake, what'd you get for number 20? What is D equal to?
MC squared.
Blake, what'd you get for number 20?
My paper is all looking for the page.
All right, I'm going to ask you about another one. Grace, what'd you get for number 20?
55 equals D.
55 is equal to D. Yeah. How do we solve these? Well, we have to cross multiply. So 33 times 10 is equal to 6 times D. What is 33 times 10, Braden?
330.
Excellent. And 6 times D. How do I get rid of this 6, Phoenix?
You divide it.
Divide both sides by 6. Good. And D is equal to 55, which is what Grace told us already. Good. Number 22. Phoenix, what'd you get for that one? What is M equal to?
Equal to 7.
Not 7. You've got 6 over M is equal to 18 over 42. So we cross multiply. So I've got 6 times 42 is equal to 18 times M. What is 42 times 6, Phoenix?
6 is...
What'd you get for 42 times 6? Blake, what'd you get?
I got
Well, Blake, what did you get for M for number 22?
I got 14.
That is correct. Very good. So 6 times 42 is 252. Divide both sides by 18, and M is equal to 14. How many of you, here was the original problem, 6 over M is equal to 18 over 42. How many of you reduced 18 over 42 first? Anybody do that? Blake, very good. Parker, what is 18 over 42 reduced to? What's the greatest common factor between these two numbers?
1/3. Well,
18.
Can I divide 18 and out of 42? No, not 18. What about
it
6? Can I divide top and bottom by 6? 18 divided by 6 is 3. 42 divided by 6, that's 7.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the greatest common factor, 6. And then we cross multiply. That's 3m is equal to, 6 times 7, which is 42. 42 divided by 3 is 14. Who can tell me what are these things called? 6 over m is equal to 18 over 42. What is this whole thing called? Parker?
Can't really see it.
6 over m is equal to 18 over 42? What are these problems called? Anybody?
Ratio?
Okay, well, they're two ratios equal to one another. Remember, a ratio can be written as a fraction, or it can be written as,
They say equivalent ratios are two ratios that express the same relationship between numbers. You can create equivalent ratios.
Thank you, Google.
by multiplying or dividing both the numerator
Hey,
and
Google.
denominator.
My Google talking to me. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. Oops, that's not the right one. Let's review. Starting from the first lesson, we talked about ratios, correct? Blake, give me an example of a ratio.
Numbers are a word problem.
Either one. Let's start with numbers. Give me a ratio.
6 to 5.
Very good. Okay. Remember, a ratio can be written, in your own words. Nora, what is a ratio? What's the definition of a ratio? Nora, can you hear me? Oh, I think she had to go. Oh, there she is. Nora, in your own words, what is a ratio?
Two numbers compared.
Okay, a ratio is a comparison of two numbers. So, let me ask you this. What would be the ratio? Well, before I get to that. So, 6 over 5. There's 3 different ways that we can write ratios. The first one is word form. So let's take Blake's example up here. 6 to 5. That's a comparison. For every 6, there's 5. We have ratio form. All right, whoever's drawing there, make sure you're paying attention. 6 to 5. This is ratio form, a number, colon, and another number. And then the last way that we can write a ratio is fraction form, which is how I wrote it up here, 6 over 5. So here are 3 different ways to write ratios. Again, Brayden, what is a ratio? What's the definition?
It is a comparison of a
comparison of how many things?
2 things.
Comparison of 2 things. There we go. What is the comparison of girls to boys in our class? Grace, what would be the ratio of girls to boys just in the 6th grade class?
2 to 5.
2 to 5. Brayden, what would be the ratio of boys to girls in the 6th grade class?
5 to 2.
5 to 2. Blake, what would be the ratio of students in 6th grade to boys?
7 to 5.
Excellent.
4.
7 to 5. Yep, because there's 5. We'll count River even though he's not here. Good. Okay, so this is ratios. Then we started talking about proportions. Someone give me a good definition of proportions. Phoenix, what do you think? Proportions.
A proportion is
Or anybody. Anybody have a good definition? Sorry, Phoenix, if you were starting to talk, go ahead.
still thinking.
Okay. A proportion are
Oh,
two
maybe
equal.
is it it's two ratios that are
shows-
Two equal ratios. This is a
Yeah.
proportion. Two ratios. So my ratios are, one of them is 2/3. The other ratio is 4/6. Two ratios that are equivalent to one another. They are equal to one another. And the way that there's a couple different ways to solve. Okay, how do I know that this is a proportion right here? Well, I can solve a couple different ways. I can, well, first off, I could reduce 4/6. What is 4/6 reduced to, Blake?
2/3.
Oh, 2/3 equal to 2/3? Yeah, this is a proportion. I could also say, well, 2/3 and 4/6. I could change them to decimals. I could divide the numerator by the denominator. 2/3 repeating, and 4/6 is 0.6 repeat. Oh, those are equivalent decimals. There's another way to solve these proportions to make sure that are they equal to one another? Sure. What was the way that we were just doing? How are we solving these for numbers 17 through 22?
Cross multiplication.
We were cross multiplying. So 2 times 6 must be equal to 3 times 4. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. Yes, this is a proportion for sure. All right, good review. Everybody on the same page now? So,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
the other thing we talked about was a rate and a unit rate. Someone tell me, what is a unit rate? Or give me an example. Uh-oh. This is what your quiz is over. What's a unit rate? Parker? Everybody turn to page 278. Everybody go. 279, page 279. Nora, read page 279 at the top there. Tell me what a rate is, and then keep reading for a unit rate. Go. I don't think I can hear you through that speaker thing.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, the headphones don't work. Go ahead. What is a rate?
A rate is a special ratio comparing two quantities having different measuring units. The unit rate tells how many of a quantity there are per 1 unit of another quantity.
Okay. Let's start with a rate then. Give me a rate. A rate is a comparison. So it's a ratio. So we're going to have something in the numerator, something in the denominator, but it's going to be two different types of measuring things. Give me an example of a rate, Grace.
Three. I don't know.
Well, give me a specific measurement. 3 what?
3 miles.
3 miles per or over. This is a ratio. What's the other unit? What's the other measuring unit we want to compare it with? Remember, a ratio is a comparison of 2 things. So we're comparing miles and what?
1 hour.
Sure. Let's do hours. Okay. So we can go 3 miles per 1 hour. Not only have we made a rate, but this is our unit rate as well too. Why is it our unit rate? What's the definition of a unit rate, Phoenix?
Definition is it tells how many of a quantity there are per 1 unit of another quantity.
Okay, per 1 unit of another quantity. So what is this rate right here telling me? I can go 3 miles for every 1 hour of time that passes by. So I'm going in my little bike or whatever, and I look down at my watch and 1 hour has passed. How far have I gone? I have gone 3 total miles, right? So what is my unit? What's a unit? Well, that's just the type of measurement we're dealing with. A unit rate, 3 miles per hour. What about 25 calories per 5 potato chips? Is this a unit rate, Brayden? 25 calories per 5 potato chips. Is that my unit rate?
No, ma'am.
No. This is just a rate because it's one value compared to another value. We're comparing calories to potato chips. This is a ratio, 25 to 5. How would I make that my unit rate then? Well, remember, my unit rate is per one value. So 5 potato chips and 1 potato chip. Well, how did I go from 5 to 1? I divided top and bottom by 5. So 25 divided by 5. So my unit rate is, well, if I eat 1 potato chip, I just gained 5 calories. So therefore, if I eat 5 potato chips, I just ate 25 calories. Do y'all see the difference between a rate and a unit rate? Questions over rate and unit rate? All right, so now go back to page 283. We're going over the homework. All right.
What do you want me to do since I haven't done it yet?
I just want you to still follow along with us. That'll be fine that you can do some of them with us because you were sick. I want you to follow along with us. Now, if you just didn't do the homework, but you were in class, then I'd let you get off. But right now, I want you to follow along with us. So,
Yes, ma'am.
Number 24. Directions, Parker. What did the directions tell us for this one?
Write a possible proportion for the situation. Right? Yes, if the prices are equivalent. Right? No, if one price is a better buy.
So our answers are yes and no, but I still got to show my work, right? So number 24, I've got 12 eggs for $2 or 18 eggs for $3. Grace, what would be, can I write a proportion here?
No. Yes.
I can't write a proportion?
You can.
Okay, what would my proportion look like?
12 eggs over $2.
Good. Mm-hmm.
And then the other one would be 18 eggs over $3.
Yes. All right. So let's get our definitions and our terminology correct. What is this right here? 12 eggs over $2. It's a ratio because it's comparing eggs to money, right? 12 eggs, $2. What else is this called, Blake? We were just
Sorry.
What is it? What else is this called? Remember what we were just talking about on the previous page, the previous slide? Starts with an R.
Ratio.
It is a ratio because it's comparing two things, but are we comparing the same thing together?
No.
No, we're comparing eggs to money.
No.
Therefore, this is a rate.
Great. Yep.
12 eggs to $2, which means 18 eggs to $3, that is also a rate. Now, they are ratios, for sure, because it's a comparison of two things. But because it's a comparison of two different things, this is called a rate. This is a rate. Now, the question says, if I have two ratios, or in this case, two rates set equal to one another, is this a proportion? That would mean that these two things have to be equivalent ratios or equivalent fractions. How do I check, Phoenix, to see if these are equivalent fractions, equivalent ratios? What method did you use?
Division. You divide.
Okay, what is 12? So you're reducing. What's 12 over 2?
12 over 2. That would be 6.
And what's 18 over 3?
That would be 6 as well.
So are these two equivalent proportions? Are they equivalent ratios? Yes, they are. Another way that we could have done it is we could have cross multiplied. 12 times 3, is that equal to 2 times 18? 12 times 3 is 36. 2 times 18 is 36. Yep, those are equivalent proportions. Let's do number 26. First thing is, can you write a proportion for number 26, Blake? What did you write? What's your proportion?
8 ounces of candy.
No, your proportion. What's a proportion? A proportion is 2 ratios equal to
Starting.
So number 26, a 12-ounce can of corn for 55 cents or a 20-ounce can of corn for 95 cents.
12 ounces of 55 cents.
12 ounces over 55 cents. That's your first ratio. Is this a rate, Blake?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
What's a rate? A rate is a ratio. It's a comparison of two things that are not the same measurement. Are ounces and cents the same thing?
No, ma'am.
No, so this is a rate as well too. What does that mean? Okay, if I'm going to buy 12 ounces of corn, I'm going to have to pay 55 cents, right? And then the other ratio, what is the other ratio, Blake?
20 ounces of corn for 95 cents.
Okay, Parker, is this a ratio? 20 over
Yes.
95. Is it a rate?
Uh,
Is it a ratio comparing two different types of things?
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it is. So this is a rate as well too. Okay, I want to know. Is this a proportion? In order for it to be a proportion, what has to be true, Grace?
They both have to be equal.
Okay, they have to be equal ratios. Parker, how am I going to check to make sure that these are equal ratios? What method are you going to do?
Cross multiplication.
Cross multiply these. 12 times 95 and 55 times 20. When you multiply these out, 12 times 95, go to the side. That's 1,140, and then 55 times 20. Is 1,140 and 1,100 equal, Brayden? No.
No.
So are these ratios up here equivalent, making them a proportion?
Me?
No. Yeah.
Oh, no, ma'am.
No, this is not a proportion. All right. And then number 28.
Bless it.
Thank you. Norm, give me the proportion ratio for number 28. Give me the two ratios equivalent to one another, or that hopefully are equivalent to one another.
They are not equivalent to one another.
Well, what did your ratios look like? We've got 5 ounces over what?
Wait, which number are we on?
28. You see my screen?
Oh, I'm on the wrong page.
5 ounces over
It's over 50 cents.
50 cents. Is it equal to, okay, what's your other one?
20 ounces over 95 cents.
We're on number 28, so it should be 8 ounces.
Oh, 8 ounces over 75 cents.
Looking at number 26. Okay. Is this a rate? Yes, because it's a ratio with ounces over cents. So they're two different types of things. Ooh. Are these unit rates? Blake, are these unit rates? 5 ounces over 50 cents? 8 ounces over
Yes, ma'am.
cents? Are they unit
Yes.
rates? Phoenix, what do you think? What does a unit rate have to be? It has to be some value per or over one thing. Is this 5 ounces per 1 cent? No, that's 5 ounces per 50 cents. So these are not unit rates because they're not per one specific unit. But let's check to see, are these proportions? So I'm going to have to cross multiply. So 5 times 75, is that equal to 8 times 50? 75 times 5, that's going to be 375. 8 times 50 is 400. Is 375 equal to 400? Nope. So are these, so is number 28, when we wrote the proportion there, are these equivalent? Is this a proportion?
No.
No, it is not a proportion. Okay, here's what we're going to do for today's assignment. All right, everybody can see me? Everybody can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Here's what we're going to do today. Today is going to be a makeup day. I'm about to tell you what I'm missing, okay, from you guys. And today, there's not going to be a new assignment. Anything that you haven't turned in yet, that I'm still waiting on, that is what is going to be due, okay? So, here we go. All right. Let's see here. And then once I tell you what I'm missing from you, then you are free to go. So here we go. Miss Grace. I am Grace, you are good to go. You are caught up, so you have no homework tonight.
Yay.
All right, you can go. All right, Nora. I am missing your quiz, and that's it.
I just forgot to turn that in last night, so I have it turned in.
Okay, awesome. Turn that in, and then that'll be all that you have to get done today. All right, Parker. I got your quiz, and you are good to go, Parker. You can go.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all too.
I'm sorry?
Oh, we have a meeting at 2.
Okay, yep. Meet with your other 5th and 6th graders. All right, Mr. Blake. I am missing last week's assignments. So the assignment from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then I'm also missing today's assignment, what was due today. Okay. Do you need any clarification on what exactly you're missing?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so make sure you look on classwork, because what I've done is here. Well, here's what I'm going to do. Brayden, are you listening to
Yes, ma'am.
me? Okay, here's what I'm going to do, because there's some of those assignments that both of y'all, so what I'm doing is I am moving those from the previous assignments, and I'm moving them back up to the homework tab. So when you go on Google Classroom right now,
I've already done Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Perfect. Okay, so let's see here. So Blake, here's what I've done, okay? Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
I put last week's assignments up there. So Tuesday, all right, I don't have your assignment. Wednesday, I don't have your assignment. And Thursday. So those 3 days, you need to click on the tab, you need to go to your name, and you need to submit those assignments. And then for Friday as well too. Friday, you have 2 things. You have Chapter 13 Quiz 1, and you have the homework, what we were just going over. So make sure you take pictures of both of those and attach them, okay? So if the assignments are done, all you got to do is take pictures and attach them, and then that's all you have to do for today. But if some of the assignments aren't done, you'll need to catch up. Use today to catch up, okay? All right. Okay. And then Phoenix. Let me see what I'm missing from you. All right. Let's see here. Uh-oh. So Phoenix, you got a pencil?
Yes, ma'am.
Write this down, okay? Wednesday, April 22nd. I don't have your assignment. You said that you turned it in, but you didn't attach a picture to it. So
wait, which one?
Wednesday, you'll have to go back and look at the assignment. So Wednesday, April 22nd, you can look at the assignment tab, and you can just pull that up and see what the assignment was. Blake, you're free to go.
Okay.
Unless you have another question for me.
No, ma'am.
All right, Phoenix, I'm also missing Thursday. I didn't get that assignment. And then what was due today? So that was Friday's assignment. That was due today.
Yes.
Got the quiz and the homework that we were just going over. Okay. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So if those assignments are done, like Blake, all you gotta do now is just take pictures, post them on, and you're good to go. So no new assignment. All right. Make sure that gets done. It needs to get done today. Go ahead and do it. See ya.
Bye.
All right, Braden. All right. You're working on, you know what you've got to get done?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, good job on staying on top of things, getting on that. All right. Did that little bit of review help to kind of solidify what we're talking about in this chapter? Because it can get
Yes,
tricky
ma'am.
with the terms. That help a little bit? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions so far over some of the homework that you've been working on, or everything's starting to click?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you have questions, let me know. You've got that quiz to get done, but no new assignment today. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll see you later then. Bye.
Yes, ma'am.